This episode is improving your intellectual health by learning a new skill. So I've got three awesome guests that are going to give quick, easy tips on how to learn a new skill and what you need to prepare for that. I'm here in sunny St. Thomas, my new home. So it's hot and sweaty out, and I'm ready to go. Two things I want to go over. I talk to so many people all the time that watch this show, and they're too scared to get on. Guys, we need guests. We have 6 guests every week. Do you know how hard it is and how much time it is to get 6 guests? Please sign up. www.millionairesaremade.com. It's only like a half an hour, and getting your voice out and sharing your knowledge is the entire point of society and the community. So please sign up for guests. We'd love to talk to you. I don't care who you are or what your tip is. I want to hear it, and we want to share it with the whole world. On that note, we also are looking for sponsors. It's only $5 to get your name shouted out right now. Sign up, contact us, get your brand in front of tons of people. So today we're going to start with my good friend, Jessica. Welcome to the show, Jessica. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
All right. You know how it goes. Tell us, who are you?
All right. So my name is Jess Fishman. I am a cancer survivor and huge mental health advocate. So really excited to be here today to, share a little bit on a new tip on intellectual health, learning a new skill.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I guess let's go right to it. If I wanted to improve my intellectual health by learning a new skill, what would you recommend for me?
So the reason that I'm sharing what I'm sharing, it's a very easy, free tip. I'm sharing it because not all the time do we think that we can learn something new. Sometimes we hold ourselves back, and something that I've really had to do was change the story in my head. So for me, I had to start something very small, which is I started listening to positive affirmations when I first woke up, and listening about 5 minutes before I went to bed so that my subconscious could also kind of lock it in. And what I've noticed from doing that is that I have more positive, reinforcement that I can learn something new, that I have the ability to do those new things. And for me, it's really helped me grow. Growth mindset has helped me continue to learn new things every day.
All right. I've got a question. I'm going to put you on the spot here. What's the last new skill that you've started to learn?
Ooh, the last new skill that I actually just learned how to play pickleball.
Whoa!
Yeah,
all right, pickleball.
Really yeah,
joining the craze.
I love it, and I've been helping other people.
Did you have any difficulties or struggles trying to learn that?
Since I played tennis, it's like tennis but smaller courts. So I would say that I have definitely had to talk myself into, you can do this, so, and not be so bad. And I'm also not the best, but I'm okay with that. So.
All right, so I've got one last question for you then. What happened in your life that kind of taught you this tip? How did you learn it? Where did you get it from? And where has it worked for you?
Yeah, so about 37 years, I think that I had been telling myself a story that was not true. I didn't think that I was smart enough, good enough, qualified enough, and it happened about
pickleball.
Yep. In February, I decided that change needed. It was the story in my head that I played that was not friendly. I wouldn't ever talk to my friends the way I talk to myself. So I started really small with, like I said, 5 minutes before bed and 5 minutes when I woke up, and it's allowed me to really progress and learn new skills and be more confident in myself in my everyday life.
That is awesome. We've got about another minute and a half with you if there's anything else you want to add.
Yeah, I think that I just want to share, being a mental health advocate, is there's just so many things out there. And I don't want to say that this is something that, will work for everyone. But what I can share is you might feel not great, or that you believe it the first few times. I really suggest doing this for like 21 to 30 days to really commit. And I think that you will see a positive change of just being kinder to yourself, and it will really release some of that fear of trying new things and being able to, be successful in learning a new skill, and really having the heart and passion and all of that kind of stuff to bring to those new skills as well. You really believe in yourself. And I think that's most important.
So how long have you been doing the positive affirmations? You said morning and night, correct?
Morning and night, 5 minutes, and I've been doing it since February. And I've seen a huge shift,
Okay.
and I don't miss a day because it's now just part of my routine. And I find myself all day long talking really nice to myself. And I think that's just been a complete game changer for me.
It gives you the confidence. You want to try new things, learn new things, move to new places.
I don't
All
hold
sorts of
myself
things.
back anymore. I think that's really what it was, is that I was in the way of me, right? And I think that I couldn't keep allowing that to happen anymore. I had to really just make a commitment and just do it.
So where did you hear about where did you hear about it, and what made you go, hey, all right, that's it, I'm just doing this? What was the sign up process?
On a podcast, I heard someone saying that they.
So make sure you listen to podcasts,
yes,
everybody.
Yes, podcasts. On a podcast, I started, and that's how I've learned something new every day. I listen to podcasts daily, and on my driving, I drive a lot for work, and I think that it's helped keep my brain fresh and clarity and focus. I've learned something new, and I'm more positive about learning something new because, like I said, I held myself back thinking I could. It's scary to learn something new.
It is. But that's why we have Millionaires Are Made, so you can learn 3 new things every single day.
Love
Fantastic.
It. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Jessica. It was good talking to you. We'll do a round robin here in about 10 minutes. But until then, I'll see you. All right. Our next guest is a good friend, Adam. What's up, man?
Not much, man. How are you? Everything good?
It's going well. This is my favorite show. I love doing this. Best day of the week, Wednesdays.
This is a great show. I love it.
All right. Let me ask you our question. Who the hell are you?
Man, I'm Adam Miller. 28-year chef turned tech when I had a big deal happen in my family where my son was shot 12 times in 2013. He survived it. And Jeez. I love unraveling things and fixing them. That's my real big key in my life.
Unraveling and fixing. All right. Well, This is going to go great. I got a question for you.
Okay.
If I wanted to improve my intellectual health by learning a new skill, what tip would you give me?
Man, I would say learn to trust yourself, right? Because a lot of people don't trust in their abilities, and therefore they go work a job. And the reality in terms of the way things occur in the job force is you could earn more money trusting in yourself than you can going to work for somebody else. And that's just the truth. Yeah.
So trust in yourself, and that'll make you learn new skills.
100%.
Because you won't have any other option.
No, you have to blow up the boats. You can't give yourself any other options. Like if you look at what Jim Rohn would say, he'd say, hey, build your fortune part-time while you're working your job, right? So this is the same concepts. It's no different. But the reality is that people just don't believe in themselves to get to that place. And trust is something they give up, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I actually just, one of our earlier episodes, we had a comment that said I'm the dumbest guy ever because it was about entrepreneurship. And I was like, your number one thing is just quit your job because that'll force you to be successful. You're going to fail and be homeless and miserable. But if you have enough drive and passion, it'll force you to learn, do this and that. It's almost the same idea, you know. If you want to learn a new skill, you have to force yourself to do it and, you know, put yourself in the tight spots that make you want to do it.
Absolutely. I mean, for me, back in the day when I was a chef and I got the dream job and I had my own restaurant and all those things, when this thing happened to my son, I didn't want to be a chef the very next day. So it was like I had to go and do something entirely different. So I did actually blow up the boats and said, okay, I'm not going to work. And I didn't end up working for the next 3 years when my son was in the hospital. And I didn't die and I didn't get any skinnier. So that was a big deal. And I'm not saying, hey, everybody go do it. But what I am saying is have a plan for it and take some action on it because it will certainly pay off. It could pay off in 30 days.
I'm sure that helped you with coping skills and, you know, some existentialism skills.
Mental toughness is not a big deal for me. Yeah.
Say that again.
Mental toughness is not a big deal for me. I believe all things can be done. You know, I already know who I got behind me. I've got Christ behind me. I don't have to worry about anything. In fact, when I get in my head about those things, I'm just like, hey, here you go. Like, this is now your problem. Let me know when you solve it and send it back.
All right. Well, I guess we got about 2 more minutes. I'm
Okay.
sure that you have a lot to talk about. Any other little side pieces? Where did you come to learn this tip? How did you get it? You kind of touched on it a little bit. I feel like you might want to expand on that.
Yeah, man, I weigh heavily into my beliefs, right? So what does that mean? It's like when there's a whole bunch of noise out there, I don't listen to the noise, right? It's like almost when the Holy Spirit comes and says, hey, man, you got that gut feeling. And I know you've had this gut feeling before. Nah, I shouldn't go down that alleyway, or nah, I shouldn't go do this thing. Well, you got to start learning how to listen to that, right? And for most people, it's just a gut feeling. Oh, and they ignored it. So, but if you weigh heavily on your beliefs and you just learn one new thing, right? You can learn one or two or three things effectively every single day, right? My wife just learned how to create a course and get it live and send it out and not really have to do any work. How? She asked me to get that part of the job done, right? So that if you just ask for help and you're go towards something that's brand new, you can certainly learn it and have some fun with it, for Christ's sake, you know?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Adam. It was
Yeah.
good chatting with you. I'm going to talk to Rachel here for a second. We'll bring you back out in a little bit.
All right. Sounds good.
Rachel.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing great. Let me ask you, who are you?
Okay, I'm Rachel Crashiola, and I am the founder of QuietYourFears.com. We are not just a website, but we offer coaching services. So we have numerous coaches available. And I also founded my own coaching program that is proven to help people get over their fears. So whether that fear is they're scared and don't think that they're good enough to go to the next level in their job, or they actually
learn a new skill.
That's a huge skill, yeah. Or they have really bad anxiety or agoraphobia, that people are actually very full of fear and don't want to leave the house. So we have had some of our counselors go to their homes with them and walk through that whole situation. So anything that has to do with fear is what our company is all about.
Fear.
So we help people quiet their fears.
Quiet their fears. I like that. That's a good tagline.
Yeah,
all right. Well, let me ask you another question.
Right? People are always going to have fears.
True, very true. Let me ask you a question here. If I wanted to improve my intellectual health by learning a new skill, what tip would you give me?
The tip would be to understand the thoroughness of the power of curiosity. Why? Because it takes us from having blinders on to an open mind. So we want that open mind and not a closed mindset. We want to work feeling open. If we think that the world is a scary place, we're going to close our mind. But if we trust, like Adam said, and Jessica, positive affirmations, these are all emotional things that you're going to go through and kind of working on yourself. But open up your mind and know that there's so many opportunities in the world and that you really can be successful at whatever you want. So Austin, no matter what you want to do, right? If you decide to change your direction tomorrow, that's okay. Because you really can go out. It's like your parents told you when you were little, honey, if you want to be the president, you can do it. It's actually true. So be curious. Go read that book. Go get the self-education you're looking for. Ask questions. If you see somebody that meshes with you and you look up to them because you just feel that vibe, go spend some time with that person. I'm sure they'll be happy to talk to you. So
the curiosity for a new skill. All right, let me ask you this. What in your life happened that had you come up with this? How did you learn that fear is really and curiosity really is how you learn new skills?
For me, it was naturally there, right? I'll just tell you a quick story.
Lucky.
This is a little crazy story, and not everybody does it, but when I was 4 years old, and remember, 90% of this story my parents told me. So I only remember the bad part. But apparently, I woke up, I went downstairs Christmas morning, opened up all my siblings' gifts. So I'm there under
Okay.
the tree in upstate New York with 5 feet of snow outside, and I'm surrounded by tons of toys. What was my perception? Life is great. I just got 56 new toys, right? I'm playing, having a great time. It's probably 3, 4 in the morning. Just picture it. This little bright green-eyed girl with blonde hair under the tree. She's happy. Now, my parents' perspective, they're angry. They wrapped all the gifts. Brothers and sisters come down. They have no gifts. Everything's wrapped, right? So you're looking at everybody's perspective. It's so different. So it really wasn't bred in me. When you think of the child inside you, don't let the adult come out that says, when people told you and put those negative things like, no, you can't do that. You have to work that 9 to 5 job. You have to do this. You have to do that. Be open-minded, be curious, be open to the world, because there's amazing things at the other end.
Man, that's powerful. I love it. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll bring you back in just a second.
Got it.
We'll bring everyone out here. All right, so it's my turn for my tip on how to improve your intellectual health by learning a new skill. So if you're looking for a new skill, whether it's marketing or investing, new language, new sport, I think the best way to do it, the simplest way to get started, is follow the experts. So if you're looking to be a marketer, go find Billy Jean, go find Ryan Stewman, Grant Cardone, follow them. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It takes 10 seconds to follow them, and you'll start noticing that your feed becomes more and more immersed in that subject you're trying to learn. Find the pickleball experts or the tennis experts or whoever it is. They'll post all the content you need. They'll post videos. They'll post this and that. And from there, it starts your brain wiring. You start seeing tennis every day. You're going to want to play more. You're going to want to learn more. It's going to help you immerse yourself in that skill. That's what I believe. And now we're at the next part of our show where we bring everyone out and we talk all about our tips. So here they all come. What's up, guys? How you doing? So we're going to go through this. We're going to start with Jessica's tip, and then I want to hear feedback from the others, and we'll go through everyone's tip. And then at the end, we're going to come up with our weekly challenge. Jessica, very quickly, can you refresh us what your tip was?
Yes, just to do any amount of time, but for me, maybe start with 5 minutes when you first wake up and when you go to bed, to listen to positive affirmations, and you could even record your own if that's helpful, or find them for free on YouTube.
I like that. Rachel, what are your thoughts on Jessica's tip?
I think she hit it spot on. So I teach children positive affirmations because their brain is like a sponge. So when their parents are involved, what they do is we find 3 positive affirmations. We write them down on sticky notes and have the parents put them in the bathroom. So before the children go to school every morning, they can see their 3 positive affirmations. So whether they're brushing their teeth and they're hurrying, yes, absolutely. I'm 100% supportive of Jessica's direction.
I like it. Adam, what are your thoughts?
Man, I love it because, to be honest, and I'll give you guys a link if you want, I give myself 365 days of affirmations that are delivered right to my own inbox from myself. So it's stuff that I've written in the past so that I can set up my day for success. And it's a game changer, because then I'm disconnecting with the outside voices. And as I said in my segment, I'm just weighing in heavily on my own beliefs.
I like it. Very cool. Awesome work, Jessica. I love it. Adam, do you want to give us a quick refresher on what your tip was?
Yeah, so mine was 2-part. Was, first of all, learn how to trust your gut. And secondly, then weigh in heavily on what your beliefs are. You know, the reality is that a lot of times we don't convey trust to anyone in our life. It's because there was something in our childhood or something in midlife that disconnected us from the belief of trusting another person, right? So,
very true.
You know, that always can't be the consideration.
Peace out, Adam. Jessica, what are your thoughts on Adam's tip?
I honestly feel like the 3 of us really had these tips that kind of like start to finish. So I feel like we even went in a great order. So I love what Adam was saying. I think that, you know, by doing positive affirmations, I can find more trust in myself. And I
Ooh,
think
nice
that's
connection.
really something that I may not have felt that connection with if I wasn't feeling more positive on the inside about myself.
All right. Let me go off your comment real quick. So we got the positive affirmations, so you feel good about learning a new skill and develop trust. Then you have the trust from Adam, which also helps you, you know, think you can do the skill and work on the skill. Then you've got the curiosity from Rachel to learn how to perfect and improve that skill and other skills. Damn, what a good show this is. Fantastic.
It's a good panel.
Rachel,
really
what are your
was
thoughts on Adam's tip?
A good flow.
So trusting yourself is probably one of the most important components to being very successful in life. If you don't trust yourself, it could crumble. So even the best of the best coaches, we have coaches. So you're always striving. You always keep going. You have to trust yourself over and over. It's a process. It's not like, oh, I trust myself and I'm completely confident and it's a game changer. I'm done. No, it's a lifelong commitment to yourself. So yes, like I said, it's such a great panel. The 4 people who are on, I think everybody has given some very valuable tips here.
I love it. Rachel, can you quickly refresh what was your tip?
Yeah, so my tip really was, it's broad, but it's the power of curiosity. So it makes you sit back and think. We want individuals to think for themselves. There is so much data overload. So what are the important things to you? And strive as much as you can to find the information, because it's there. You can go out and do what you want. Just got to find your way through. So be curious.
Jessica, what are your thoughts on that?
So like I said, even just prior, I feel like this was such a good flow, is to go from telling yourself you can to trusting your gut to finding the curiosity. I feel like it's literally all tied together to have that confidence to go out there. And it even ties into yours, Austin, of, you know, then researching, then you're finally doing the work to be the best, right? It's finding all of these key components and putting them all together, and really finding, you know, that we can learn these very, you know, very great skills, and that we're capable.
Man, you guys, this really was just a great timeline of how to learn a new skill. This is fantastic. Dang, it's like we're getting, wow, great panel. Adam, what are your thoughts on Rachel's tip?
Well, I got to tell you this. It's like, you know, James Allen wrote a book, As a Man Thinketh, and it's really based on curiosity. And so if you just keep going and doing what you're doing, and what Rachel said was just so basic, but people will make it complex. The reality is that curiosity does not kill the cat. Okay. Curiosity, what it does, it just gives you a slew of better options to go into the things that you want to do. And if you have zero fear surrounding that, then stop.
I like it. All right. Last one. So my tip was, if you want to learn a new skill, the best way to do it, the simplest, easiest way to start is to follow an expert. Jessica, what are your thoughts on that?
I think that's amazing. I think that is, I've always said, if I want to do better in my career, that I need to follow the person who's already winning at that. So I absolutely loved that advice. And I think that's very easy and sound information. And like you said, professionals all over are constantly showing what they've done. So it makes it very simple for us to get the information out there to go and be the best.
I like it. Adam, what are your thoughts?
Man, I had so many people in my life in the chef industry, because I was a chef for 28 years. Gustav Mahler, you know, Domenico Cornacchia, Wolfgang Puck, guys like that basically just said, hey, man, go out there and get the job done. And what that does, when repetition sets in, you just start to believe that that's true, that you're going to win. And so I would say that's the advice on what you said, is it's really easy, if you're committed to a process, to go win and become absolutely anything you want to.
I love it. Nice. Hello. Hey, Rachel, what are your thoughts on that tip?
Yes, I agree 100%. For me personally, and I'll give a shout out right now, Tony Robbins, he's my guy. So I
There we
follow
go.
him
Easy
anywhere,
peasy.
everywhere, on every financial tip he has, every coaching tip, and I will dialogue
Mindset.
that mindset. And I've learned 99.9% of all of my knowledge through Tony Robbins.
Just go follow him right now, no matter what you're trying to do. Follow Tony Robbins. Great.
Yeah.
Read his books, read his blogs, everything. I mean, that guy is definitely a life changer and has done a lot and
go
learned a
see
lot
him in
and shared
person.
a
He's
lot.
amazing. All you got to do is listen.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right, guys, my favorite part of the show. We have to work together as a tight little team and come up with a quick tip that takes less than 5 minutes and costs $0 that anybody in the world can do that will help them improve their intellectual health by learning a new skill. Ideas, go.
All right. Go ahead, ladies.
I have an idea. I'll shoot at this.
Okay.
Go find your mentor on social media.
I like
Follow that person. Commit to yourself to a new skill and write your positive affirmations as an emotional side of it and be curious enough to find that new skill. So I think that's
awesome. It ties it all in. I like that. I think that's find the person that you want to follow.
Yeah.
Write down a couple of positive affirmations you could say morning and night, and hope, and trust your
Even
gut.
if they don't follow you back, that's okay. If you
They probably
message
won't.
this person, right, and they don't get back with you, it's okay. You're learning for free from them. So hit it hard on social media and constantly put your time into consistently learn.
I think anyone can do that
So-
for 7 days.
Let's try to make this measurable so we can keep ourselves accountable. What if every day we follow one person that's an expert in a skill we want to learn? And then you can screenshot that. I would even say mark them as a favorite so they show up in your feed more. And maybe we write down one thing, one positive affirmation about ourselves each day, and it has to change every day. Is that something you guys can commit to?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I will tag your asses when I do it every day.
Do it.
All right, so everyday changes. So so positive affirmation. We actually kind of did this in mental health last week, I think. So one positive thing about yourself and a screenshot of a person that's an expert that you are now following. Less than 5 minutes. Anybody can do it in the world, and that'll help us all learn new skills.
Okay. Perfect.
Everyone okay with that?
Yep.
I like it.
Awesome.
All right. We have completed this episode. Thank you guys so much for coming out. If you guys, we'd love to have you back again, and we'd love to have everyone watching, all of you that are currently watching us live and watch us afterwards, sign up as a guest, watch all our episodes. We're only here to try to teach you how to grow and teach me. It's really all about me. I want to learn. But we're signing out now. Enjoy, everybody.